And we are the Elite Beauty Babes.
We're so excited to bring you all our very first video.
Today we decided to create our favorite holiday looks, and this is what we came up with.
So if you like what you see, just keep on watching.
So to start off, I'm going to use the Photo Finish Primer Water from Smashbox. I'm just going to go in with a few dozen sprays.
A lot. I'm gonna use the Strop Cream from MAC in Gold Light. I really like these because it gives me like a glowy look, like an under glowy look. Yeah. Even if I'm oily, I really like it.
Okay, and next I'm gonna use the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer, and I'm just gonna apply this to the center of my face because I'm a little bit more dry. I just kind of wanna smooth out my pores. And I like to like tap this in. Is that weird? Is that what people do? I tap it in.
Yes, because you don't want to rub it.
Yeah.
You know? You want to like it stay on place.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use the same primer, the Photo Finish Primer Water. Even if I'm oily, I still like the feeling of it. And I really like the glowy look that it goes.
It's so pretty. Okay, for foundation, I'm going to use Studio Fix Fluid from MAC, my tried and true. I love it because it has such good coverage, but it feels really lightweight on the skin. I'm gonna use the Sigma F80 flat top kabuki brush to apply this.
And I'm gonna use a Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer, the same that you use. I just like to put it on my nose, on my chin, and my forehead, where I know that I have big pores. Not big pores, but you know.
Bigger.
And for my eyebrows, I like to use the Precisely, is that right?
Yeah, Precisely.
Precisely, my brow pencil, and this is the number 3.
Okay, so for concealer, I'm gonna go in with the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer in the shade L7 Warm. We're gonna conceal pretty heavy.
I like this eyebrow. Look, no eyebrow, no eyebrow.
Looks good.
Looks good, right?
I love it. Okay, now that I look crazy, I'm gonna take my beauty blender and just blend away, honey.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I love this concealer. This looks really, really good.
It's really good coverage.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look cakey or anything.
No, it's really lightweight. Okay, and then after I put on my concealer and foundation, I just like take like the butt of the beauty blender and just kind of pounce that all over my face to absorb any excess foundation. So now, let's go ahead and take our Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. I'm just gonna take it on the beauty blender, you know the drill, right under the eye.
I actually think this eyebrow pencil like make my life way easier.
You love that pencil?
I really like this one. Okay, after I do my eyebrows, I really like to go around it with concealer. Just like to frame them and make sure that they look really good and kind of clean. And for that, I'm gonna use my Nars concealer, and this is in the color Custard.
Custard.
Custard. Kind of cleaning a little bit.
Okay.
So if they get messy, like you can clean it with your concealer, right?
Yeah, definitely. That's like my saving grace.
Yes, and then I will blend it just with a, how do you call these? Kind of like a concealer brush.
Like this
is from Sonia Casher.
I've never really used anything of hers, so
This is the only thing I have.
What am I going to do next? I guess I'm gonna go ahead and set the rest of my face, and I'm gonna go in with MAC Studio Fix powder. People are gonna hate on it because I know a full cover or medium to full coverage foundation with the medium to full coverage powder, but you know what?
That's you.
That's okay, yeah, that's me. So we're just gonna go ahead and pat this in everywhere.
Okay. Keep on cleaning. I really like that foundation on you.
I love Studio Fix fluid. And I'm also gonna run this down my neck too because, you know, you gotta go all the way if you're gonna do it. So now before I do anything else on my skin, I'm gonna go ahead and get my brows out of the way. So, hold your breath with me.
Done. My eyebrows are done. After I blend all that. Okay. Now I'm gonna use for a primer of my eyes. I like to do eyes first, then my foundation. And I'm gonna do the Shadow Insurance from Too Faced. I really like this primer for eyes. It's really creamy.
Oh, and the brow pencil I'm gonna use first is the new MAC Brow Sculpt Pencil in the shade Fling. And I just put that like the front of my brow, and then I'll do the rest with my Anastasia dip brow to make these brows cut you.
I really like that eyebrow pencil.
I love this brow pencil. I think it works really well.
You know? Okay, after I put all this primer on my eyes, I'm gonna just apply the eyeshadow. And for my eyeshadow, I'm gonna use is the Burgundy palette from MAC. So I'm gonna do kind of like a smoky eye in these kind of tones. For my transition color, I'm just gonna use a mix of these two colors over here. And I'm gonna use my Sigma brush in E40.
So now that we got the front part of our brows done, we're gonna go ahead and dip into the Anastasia dip brow. You know. And we're just gonna like sculpt this out. I like a real bitchy brow, so I go hard with some dip brow. And like I said, concealer is like the saving grace for eyebrows, so don't really worry too much. Don't stress yourself out.
Okay, after I put those two colors on my crease, I'm gonna go with more, I'm gonna use this little brush. It's from Sigma too, and it's the E25. And I'm gonna use this color over here.
Okay, so we got that done. So now let's go in with our concealer and snatch these brows.
Then I did it on the corner. Now I'm gonna do it like, how do you call these?
Your inner corner?
In my inner corner.
So now before I put anything on my lid, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the Too Faced Shadow Insurance 24-hour anti-crease eyeshadow primer. That is a mouthful and kind of annoying, but that's okay because it's really good. So I'm just gonna take this on my finger and literally just put it on my lid.
Okay, after I put eyeshadow on the corners of my eye, I'm gonna use the Too Faced Glitterally. Is that the name?
What is it? Glitterally. Like literally, but glitterally.
Yeah, I cannot say that word at all. So yeah, that one. This one comes in the little kit of the Power of Makeup of Nikki Tutorials. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of my Fix Plus. And I'm gonna use, let's see, a little brush. Probably this one. I think this is e.l.f. Yes, it's a e.l.f. brush and it's a blending eye brush. Just a small brush. And I'm just gonna spray these with my Fix Plus. And then grab that glitter.
And I'm just setting this eyeshadow primer with that white shadow again. I would like to put down like a base shadow because it makes everything else a lot easier to blend, in my opinion at least. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do like a really warm, kind of red look. Like you're doing more burgundy. I think I'm gonna go more of like a hot red. Maybe some oranges. I don't know, I'm really excited. Let's play. I'm gonna dip into like this really, really red color. And I'm using it on a super fluffy brush. So I'm just gonna like put this through my crease. Kind of blown out, really. Yes. Same thing on the other side, you know the drill.
After I packed out the glitter on my lid, I just put it on the middle so it looks more like a ombre look, I guess. How do you call it?
Let me see. It's like a halo eye. So pretty. Anything that sparkles, it's mine.
I know.
I have to have it.
And now we'll do the same on the other side.
I'm like obsessed with this red. So now that we're blended to filth, we're gonna go ahead and dip into our next shade. I'm gonna go ahead and take a smaller blending brush, like this one right here from Sigma. This is the E45. And I'm gonna dip into a dark, like reddish brown shade. It's like a really warm brown. And we're gonna put this on the outer edge of our eye. And right in the crease. I'm not really gonna fluff this out. It's just gonna be a little bit more defined in my crease. Okay, so now I'm gonna take like this burnt orange shade to kind of blend these together. I'm just gonna run that all over the crease again.
Okay. Now after doing these, should I do a cat eye?
You wanna do a wing liner?
No, look.
It'd be pretty.
Okay, let's do it.
Do it.
And I'm gonna do it with my favorite eyeliner ever. It's a Clinique Pretty Easy Liquid Liner.
I love that eyeliner. Now that we've gotten our crease really defined, I might make it a little bit darker, but for now, I'm gonna stop and go ahead and put this on my lid. And I'm gonna use this. Okay, well, it's actually in French, so I'm not really sure. But it's by Chanel, and it's this right here. It's called New Moon. That's the color. I'm not even gonna...
Probably, let me see how it's called. Where is it?
Right there. Illusion d'Ombre.
D'Ombre.
I don't know. But this thing is so beautiful, and I guess it's kind of like a cream shadow. So I'm just gonna take that on my finger, actually. And I'm just gonna put that all over the lid. Oh. It is so hard to do this and not like have your mouth open like,
I know.
Like that's not cute, so let's not do that. But let's be real, we all do it. Okay, so I'm just gonna go back in with my blending brush just to make sure that there's no harsh lines and just run right through the crease. Just a little, just like that. Okay, I think I'm actually gonna go in with the Glitterally glitter from Too Faced, just like Mariajose did. I'm gonna use this on my inner corner. That's gonna be beaming. I'm like living for this glitter. Okay.
Okay.
So now let me go ahead and smoke out my lower lash line.
Now I'm gonna do foundation. So for my foundation, I'm gonna use the Double Wear Estee Lauder. Stay in Place. That's Stay in Place.
I've never even used Double Wear before.
Oh my gosh, you have to. It's so good. I actually think you will love it.
I'm sure I would. If it's got good coverage, I'm gonna love it, I'm sure.
Yeah, look at that.
It looks so good. And that's with the beauty blender.
Yes, I like it with the beauty blender. And I like it with a flat brush, like the Sigma one that you use.
Okay, so I'm gonna take this little Real Techniques accent brush, is what they called it. I'm not really sure. And I'm just gonna dip into a really deep, like, espresso brown. And I'm gonna put this under my lower lashes, very tight. I'm not gonna blow this color out just yet. Okay, now I'm gonna take this little pencil brush from Morphe. It's the R41 from the Rose Gold collection again. And I'm gonna take a little bit of that first red color I put in my crease, and I'm gonna blow out this espresso brown under my eye.
The same with my beauty blender, just blending the concealer. I put a little bit on my chin, under eyes, and then a little bit on my nose.
Okay, now I'm gonna take that first blending brush. It's Morphe again from the Rose Gold collection. And I'm just going to like soften the outer edges so it's not so crazy harsh.
I love the coverage of this concealer.
So, we got a lot of the eye done. I guess I'm gonna take this eyeliner pencil. This is just the Ulta eyeliner pencil in Blackout. Now I'm gonna put this in my waterline just to make it a little extra smoky.
Okay, I'm done with my concealer, and for my powder, I'm gonna use my Kat Von D translucent powder. It's a loose powder, and the same in my beauty blender.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna go ahead and finish off my face. I'm gonna grab a little, it's like a mini cargo bronzer. It looks like this. It's literally called the mini bronzer in the shade medium. And I'm gonna take that with just like this little Sephora brush. I kind of already rubbed the label off so you can't really read it, but I think it's like an airbrush powder brush. I don't really know.
Okay, and for my powder, I'm just gonna use my Kat Von D, the loose powder everywhere. So before putting the powder, I'm just gonna use a bronzer, and I'm gonna use this Tarte bronzer, and it's called Park Avenue Princess.
Park Avenue Princess.
Avenue. And I'm gonna use it with this Morphe M528. Just bronze my face. Look, but we're in the same part right now. We're both doing bronzer. Oh.
We caught up to each other.
And then for my nose, I'm gonna use this little e.l.f. concealer brush. It's $3, and I love it. It's a really good brush.
I love that brush.
And I'm gonna use the same bronzer, just a little bit on my nose. Then after that, I like to go with my beauty blender, like on top, kind of like blend it to my skin so it looks more natural.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and contour my nose as well. Okay, so I'm gonna take this little Real Techniques brush again. It says this is a base shadow brush, but to me, it looks like a perfect way to snatch my nose. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I have this little, this is like old school MAC Bone Beige and Emphasize kind of duo highlight contour. And I'm gonna take the Bone Beige in this brush, and I'm just going to snatch this nose.
Okay, now after putting my bronzer on, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my Kat Von D loose powder again in the Real Techniques sponge, beauty sponge.
Beauty sponge, I guess, yeah.
And with the flat part, I'm just gonna grab some of the powder and kind of like make it more sharp. So I know these look kind of crazy, but I'm gonna leave these in there for a little bit. Just kind of cooking my face.
Cook that face, honey.
Cook that face. And now when I leave that there, I'm just gonna finish my eyes. And I'm gonna go with the color in the middle of the palette, kind of a little bit mixed with the burgundy that I use. So it's kind of like a brownish burgundy something. And
now, after I snatch my nose, I'm just gonna take my Beauty Blender again with my Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. And we're gonna go ahead and bake down the middle of the nose. Go up onto the forehead, just a little in between the brows.
I change a little bit my brush. This one gives me like a precise line, and this one is gonna help me blend in. And this one is the Morphe R41.
Let's go ahead and take now our Real Techniques beauty sponge, and I'm going to go ahead and cook or bake, or whatever term you want to use, underneath my bronzer. I decided against contouring just because I just like the look of bronzer. I like the softness of like a bronzer. I think it's really pretty. Perfect. I don't like to leave it for long. I never have, I don't know. So I'm just gonna go ahead and brush that away. And I'm gonna use the same bronzer brush, just with nothing on it, just so it's not like super harsh, because I don't like that. If that's your thing, go for it. If you wanna bake for 3 hours, like Maria, go for it. Not my thing.
Well, I just kind of do it. I leave it on when I put in my like under eye. You know, like my eyebrows.
I think it works well for you because
I'm more oily.
Yeah, and I have facial hair too, so that's double.
I'm kidding.
Right? You have facial hair? I know. It's a shock to all of us. Okay, so now I'm gonna dip into the Anastasia Ultimate Glow Kit. This is my girl, although I feel like the formula of these powders is kind of weird. There's like a lot of kickback whenever I tap my brush in it, which is really annoying because it gets sparkles all over me. So I'm just gonna like hold it over here, you know. So I'm actually going to dip into the shade Amber Gold right here, and I'm gonna mix it with white sand right beside it.
Okay. Now I'm gonna do blush. And for my blush, I'm gonna do my Nars, I don't know how to say these.
I don't either.
But it's a little mini that when you become a BIB Rouge, they give you for free when you become a BIB Rouge in Sephora.
Yeah.
But it's this really pretty color.
Okay. So before I go any further with this highlight, I'm going to dust this off of my nose.
And for my highlight, I'm gonna use this Tarte brush. It doesn't have a name or anything either, but it's kind of like these little thing. And I'm gonna use Pixi by Petra, and it's a beauty blush duo in rose gold, but I really like the highlight on it. So I'm just gonna grab the highlight.
That's pretty. Okay, so before I go any further with my highlight, I'm gonna go ahead and blush. So I'm gonna take Luminoso by Milani. I love this blush. It's from the drugstore. It's like not expensive at all, and it's so pretty. So I'm gonna use the same bronzer brush.
And now with the same brush, I'm just gonna put a little bit on my nose.
Perfect. Okay, so let's finish out this glow. We're gonna dip into white sand, like I said, right here. Right on the top of the cheekbone. Okay, so now I'm gonna take a little bit of the white sand on my Cupid's bow.
So it's like a small little brush, and I'm gonna put again my Fix Plus on it. Grab this same highlight, and that's gonna be my inner corner.
I like to use my finger when I do a nose highlight because I just want it to be like perfect and concentrated exactly where I want it, which is typically at the tip of my nose and right in the middle of the bridge. Okay, now I need to put on lashes. So I'm going to use the Ardell 600 Wispies. They kind of look like the MAC 35 lashes, or I think there's, yes, the Salon Perfect 615s, like just like these as well, which are like super affordable. You can get like Walmart. I don't know if they have it at Target, but I know you can get them at Walmart. And
for my lashes, I'm gonna use the Ardell too, but in the Wispies, just the regular Wispies, and they don't have a number or anything. Okay, we just put lashes on, fake lashes.
Off camera.
Mascara. And now lipstick. And then we're done, right?
Yes. Okay, so for me, I'm gonna go in with the NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick in the shade Vintage.
And for me, I'm gonna do more like a nude lip. And I'm gonna use the Rimmel London Exaggerate lip liner. I think the name is Addiction. That's gonna be my lip liner. And then for my lipstick, I'm gonna do Milkshake from Anastasia. Okay, so these complete our looks for today.
As we said before, we are new to YouTube, so if there's anything in particular that you want to see, just leave it in the comments down below.
And if you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give the videos a thumbs up.
And we will link our Instagram and Facebook down below, along with product details on how to get both of these looks.
We had so much fun creating this look for you guys. Thanks for watching.
Until next time.
Bye.